In a small town there lived a humble baker named Elias. His bread was loved by everyone, soft, golden, and full of warmth. People said his bakery smelled like happiness itself, but other bakers in town grew jealous. "He must be using some secret ingredient," they whispered. "We must find out what it is." So, one morning, a few of them followed him, quietly, watching every move he made, from kneading the dough to lighting the oven. But they found nothing unusual. Elias simply smiled, hummed softly, and baked. Still, they couldn't believe that something so perfect could come from such simplicity. One day the king heard about Elias's magical bread and sent his soldiers to bring him to the palace. The jealous bakers saw this as their chance. They told the king, "He uses something secret, maybe even forbidden, that makes his bread irresistible." Curious, the king said, "If your bread is truly special, you must bake it in front of everyone tomorrow. If we find you hiding anything, you'll be punished." The baker bowed respectfully and agreed. That night the jealous bakers celebrated, thinking his downfall was certain. But Elias simply prayed, prepared his tools, and slept peacefully. He had nothing to hide but his heart's truth. The next morning the entire town gathered in the palace courtyard. The king sat watching closely. Elias began his baking, mixing flour, water, salt, and yeast. Everyone waited for a secret ingredient to appear, but he added nothing else. When someone asked, "Where's your magic?" he smiled and said, "It's already here." He kneaded the dough with patience, humming softly as always. The aroma slowly spread across the courtyard, warm, sweet, and comforting. People were amazed. Even the jealous bakers began to doubt their accusations. Elias didn't rush, didn't boast. He just worked with quiet faith. When the bread was baked, the king tasted it, and his eyes softened. "This is the best bread I've ever eaten," he said. "But what is your secret?" Elias smiled gently. "Your Majesty," he said, "my secret is love. Every morning, I bake as if the people eating it are my own family. My hands work with care and my heart stays thankful. That is all." The king was moved and the crowd fell silent. The jealous bakers lowered their eyes, realizing that no spice or trick could match the taste of sincerity and gratitude. The jealous bakers returned home quietly that evening. They had learned a lesson that day, that success built on love and honesty lasts longer than one built on tricks or envy. Some of them even visited Elias later, asking him to teach them how to bake with the same heart. Elias welcomed them with open arms and said, "When your heart is kind, your hands will never fail." From then on, the town's bread smelled not just of flour and yeast, but of friendship and respect. Years later, when Elias grew old, people still remembered his kindness more than his bread. His story spread far and wide, reminding everyone that love, patience, and gratitude are the real secret ingredients of life. Many tried to copy his recipe, but none could replicate the warmth he brought into every loaf. So remember, in your own life, what you give from your heart matters more than what you show with your hands. The world may admire the bread, but it's the unseen love that makes it rise.